Hi everyone, how's it going? Good, I hope. My name is Joseph. You can call me Joe Star or Joey, whatever works. But I'm just gonna talk today. I don't know why, I just felt like getting on the camera and doing a little video essay or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I just have some stuff on my mind and felt like getting it out. So yeah, but recently, I don't know, I've just been under a lot of stress, dealing with a lot of things. I'm working on a lot of projects at the moment. I make music, I throw events, that sort of thing. So I'm working on an event right now, and it's just been a lot of pressure on me, but I think maybe I've been putting pressure on myself to sort of be something for everyone, or to prove to other people more than myself that I can do something. I don't know exactly though, but I have noticed, especially in recent times, with a lot of the people in my life that I consider friends or acquaintances or just people that I come in contact with a lot, that like it's been causing, excuse me, it's been causing a strain on a lot of my relationships, and I don't like that. I don't try to be standoffish or like rude or mean or anything like that, but I think that I've been putting so many things on myself and not getting it out, not talking about it, that it just starts to come out in little bursts. And I mean, I'm sure that some of you watching this know what that's like, to just feel like, maybe feel like you need to kind of bottle these things up, or that you'll deal with it later, or like what you're dealing with isn't the most important thing right now because you have XYZ to worry about, or you're trying to make sure someone else is good, or you're trying to make sure things in your home life or your work life or whatever it is you do are just good in general, and not taking the time to rebalance yourself, I guess, so to speak. I'm kind of all over the place. But anyway, the point of that was that, yeah, I've been neglecting relationships, and I haven't been allowing myself to see the other side or to see other people's perspective. Like, I always try to remind myself that like we're all going through things and we're all dealing, but I think that I harp too much on the fact that we're all going through things, so it's not a big deal, right? Like, get over it, just get through it, like toughen up, like, because that's kind of how I was raised a good amount. I would say so. Just, rub some dirt on it, whatever, yada yada yada. And in the past couple months, I'm really just realizing more, I guess. I don't know, getting to another plateau of like, we're all just people, and we're all just trying to do our best and get through things. So I guess I've just been putting too many expectations on people, and not just the people around me, but also too many expectations on myself to be somewhere, to be doing something, to I mean, we're always trying to advance, but to a fault, and not allowing myself to sit in whatever these feelings are, or relax, or like just feeling guilty about it. And I think that that has translated to me sort of being mean to people, or I mean, I don't know that I necessarily feel this way, but through conversations I've had with people, I guess I've been, I don't know, I guess degrading is the word for it. Although not in a way of like, oh, you suck, why aren't you doing this, why aren't you, just like, in my life I've always said, oh, I'll figure it out, I'll just get through it. So I guess I kind of translate that to everyone else, and I'm like, you just got to figure it out, dude. You just gotta go do it. Like, whatever. Like, just get it done. Like, okay. Like, and somewhere along the way of that process, it seems that I've offended people. People that are very close to me. And yeah, I've definitely had my moments of outbursts, of rage, of anger, of confusion, of just not knowing what is going on, and I just let it out in a way that's more destructive than constructive or helpful to those around me. And it's not from a place of I don't want to help. I want to help, but I guess there's certain ways to go about those things, of those feelings of wanting to help people, because you always want, I mean, I would hope so, you always want to see your people win and do better and get better and feel better within themselves in their own right. But sometimes I think that the message can get a little clouded, especially by what we consume and what we see on a daily basis, because everybody has a phone, everybody has Instagram and TikTok and whatever, YouTube. And I am an old man. I watch a lot of YouTube shorts. I'm not old, I'm only 21. So yeah, but I watch a lot of YouTube shorts, and I watch a lot of like finance, and I watch a lot of like, I don't even know what the point of that was. But anyway, I watch a lot of podcasts, and I watch a lot of people that talk about bettering yourself, or like methods to help you get ahead in life. And like, I know that that's like a touchy thing in itself. Like, don't go trust some random YouTube guru for everything, which is definitely not what I do. I don't think I do. I don't try to, because like it's not like I'm just watching this one person every single day for hours on end, just like absorbing every message they say. Like, you know, I have my own critical thoughts, and I have disagreements, or I have rebuttals. But like, you know, like when you talk to, like when you're watching a movie and you're talking to the screen, or like when your grandparents or like talk at the TV, like like you know what I'm saying? What was I talking about? Okay, we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna backtrack to where I was talking about just, I guess we'll say, being overbearing and too hypercritical in a sense of like what other people are doing or going, because it's like I said, you want to see your people succeed, and we always think that we're saying the right thing or doing the right thing until it's brought to our attention that, hey, maybe you should reiterate the way that you said this, because some people might get offended by that, or some people might feel like you're attacking them, or that you're not hearing that, or not willing to hear them out. Or like yesterday, I had a conversation with my friend, and they told me that they were afraid to talk to me because they thought that I would just not get it and brush them off and blow up and be like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, which is not even possible. And yeah, like we had a really serious, much needed conversation, and a lot of things got out, and a lot of things were said, and like we just had to reevaluate our relationship dynamic, which sometimes you have to do that in life, and that's okay. That's what should happen via your friendships as you grow, because you're both growing, your group is growing, or presumably, you know, you're all growing as people instead of regressing or plateauing at a certain point. We all have our plateaus and our ups and downs and our hills and valleys, of course. Like, I have been in a very deep valley as of late. I've been going through a separation the past few months that was just very abrupt and difficult to process, just because of that abruptness and the fact that it's like, oh, well, what, I thought everything was great. I thought everything was good. What do you mean that we can't? What do you mean this isn't the life that we're gonna live now? And one thing that I'm really starting to realize is that you can't hinge hinge everything on the relationships you have around you and the relationships you build and the people you have, because at the end of the day, it's all within you, and everyone is perceiving the outward thoughts that you're putting out from what you're thinking on a daily basis. And I mean, I guess what I mean with that is just like, I'm starting to realize that at the end of the day, you have to focus on yourself, because more and more I see that really everyone, well, a large majority of people are out for themselves. And I mean, as you should be, you should always focus on yourself first above everything. And at least in my opinion, I feel like you should focus on your well-being and your mental strength and health and, you know, just the trajectory that your life is going on. Because of course we all want our people to succeed, but it can't always, they're not gonna always want that nudge. People don't always need you to be like, come on, do it. Just like sometimes people just need you to be like, yeah, cool, man. Go in your own time, go in your own pace. And again, sorry if I'm all over the place. It's a reflection of the inside of my brain, like I was saying, which is typically very all over the place. But I don't know, I guess the main reason I wanted to get on here and talk was just because I've been going through a lot, and people have told me that they're worried about me and yada yada yada, and I have been going through a lot of spiritual awakenings within myself and my own life. Like, I've recently kind of come back to God and Christianity in a way that I'm comfortable with, because for a long time growing up I wasn't really comfortable with that, and I like rejected it because, you know, the story of so many American kids, like, oh, you grew up in the church, like the first thing you knew was the church. Oh, every Sunday, oh, I gotta get dressed up all spiffy and go drink the wine and take the bread and blah blah blah. And I used to hate that shit. I used to hate it so much, excuse me. I used to resent that. And for a long time, I chose to walk a path of, I don't know the right word, but let's just say anarchy. You know, doing, as a, you know, whatever teenagers do, doing this and doing that and messing off with your friends and going off thinking you know everything and can do anything, when in reality you really can't and don't. And nobody knows everything, because if we did, I don't think that there would be a need for a God or a higher power or us to look outward to the universe for some protection or guidance. And we're not meant to know everything, because honestly, to know everything is terrifying. Because even if you know everything, how can you understand everything? But I don't know, maybe that's just a me thought, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to just talk and vent, and maybe there's somebody that's gonna watch this that relates to something I've said, or maybe not. Maybe you think everything I'm talking about is some, excuse me, I just ate a large bowl of rice and beans. So yeah. Where was I going with that? But yeah, anyway, maybe somebody resonated with something I've said today. Maybe not, because like I said, all over the place, many jumbled thoughts and things and phrases and whatever. But yeah, I just haven't been talking to a lot of people recently. Like, I've been going out after not really doing that for a few months, and just being kind of afraid to go outside and like experience things, just because I don't really know. I don't really know why. I guess I felt like maybe I couldn't, or more so I felt that I was wasting my time doing that, and which is not true. It's okay to go out and have a drink or have a smoke or whatever you like to do to unwind. And that's something that I'm really trying to come to grips with, is that it's okay to sit back once or twice a week and just calm and relax and let go of whatever was bogging you down throughout your work week, or with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You know, maybe you had arguments that you're still getting over, or, you know, maybe you're fighting with your parents or something of that nature. But it's okay to just forget about that and just do you. That's really where I'm at now, is just like trying to get back to me and what I like and what I enjoy. I grew up playing video games. I grew up on the PlayStation 2 that my cousin gave me when I was like 7 or 8, and you know, he just had a PS3, so he didn't need it anymore, and he gave me that. And dude, I used to love like playing the old Call of Duties and like the old GTA games, and dude, there's this one game that like has been stuck in my brain since I was like 9 years old. It was like Red something, and it was like sort of like a Halo kind of vibe, like you're in space, but it wasn't Halo, because I don't think Halo came out until like the Xbox 360, did it? I have no idea. I never really played that game that much, unless it was in like computer lab. But that's besides the point. I'm just trying to get back in touch with me. Like, I don't know if you can really tell over here, but I have guitars. I played guitar since I was like 8 or 9 years old. And in my dad's house, he always had the guitar. I would just take it and start playing. And I'm left-handed, but my dad is right-handed, and he had a right-handed guitar. So, you know, when I was a kid, I just learned how to play it right-handed, and now that's really where that goes. And this is another little side tangent thing. I just realized, talking about playing the guitar, I always wonder why it's more comfortable for me to do certain things with my right hand, and I think that's a big factor in it, which is kind of interesting. But besides all that, yeah, just trying to get back in touch with me and what makes me happy or what makes me feel relaxed or fulfilled, you know? And I think that that's a huge part of life. It's just, you know, people talk about never letting go of your inner child, and I think that's where I'm at right now. Like today, it's June 30th. It's a Monday. I'm 21, and now I'm starting to do things that I enjoyed doing when I was 11 and 12 and 13. Like I love the Uncharted series on PlayStation. Nate Drake, Francis Drake, you know all that cool stuff if you like those games. But like right now, I'm just going back through those games, and it's been so dope. But it's also been like, wow, this was like way easier when I was a 12-year-old, and all I did all day was play video games. Cause like now I feel like a piece of garbage if all I do in a day is play video games. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's somebody out there that can relate to that, because we're conditioned to feel like we're supposed to always be doing something, and that's bad. We need rest. We need mental rest. We need a lack of stimulation, because everything now is stimulate. Everything is ads. Everything is 30-second clips. Everything is swipe. And that's terrible for us. Like I'm trying to learn how to play the piano right now, because that's always been something that I've wanted to do. I've always been a musically inclined child. Like I was in band when I was younger. I was in marching band for almost all 4 years of high school. I didn't do it my senior year because I ended up doing sports and just really getting into that. I played baseball for a long time, and I just got kind of burnt out, you know? Sorry, we're back. My phone's gonna die soon, so I'm probably gonna wrap this video up soon. It's almost been 20 minutes anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Just never forget the things that make you happy, or that have been constants in your life that have made you feel a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Because for me, I'm trying to get back to that warm, fuzzy feeling. But I'm also trying to circle it back to the beginning-ish point of the video. I'm also trying to make sure that everyone around me feels that, and everyone around me feels respected and loved and appreciated and cherished. And I'm really just trying to evolve the ways that I show that, because I know myself and I know that I can come off pretty abrasive at times, just in the ways that I try to encourage people or tell people, like, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Because for me in my life, I kind of had to be that force a lot of the times of it'll be all right. Like I did a lot of therapy growing up as a child, just because, home was interesting and school was interesting, and I've never had an issue making friends. I really never have. Like when I was back in my old neighborhood when I was a kid, like everybody was your friend. Everybody was my friend. I loved everybody. We all hung out. We all played basketball all day, played football, and I miss that. Like dudes coming knocking on your door, like, is Joe coming out today? Oh no, he's at his dad's this weekend. And I think that those kind of experiences partially molded me into this way of where I'm like, just get over it. Just keep pushing. It'll be fine. And I'm starting to realize that, like, while that is a great thing for sure, it can also be very detrimental, because then you don't take the time, or I guess I'm talking about myself, I don't take the time to sit down and really examine my feelings, because I've gotten so used to just compartmentalizing. And then that's where people worry and people start to notice it. Like when I'll blow up, when I'll go on uncontrollable rants for minutes at a time, and then be like, I don't know. You ever have that happen where you just kind of like malfunction and you just start repeating a phrase over and over and over again? Because I have that happen a lot, and excuse me. I think that's partially why, just because I haven't taken all the time to examine that, and I've really been giving more of myself to other people and other people's feelings, and trying to listen to other people's thoughts and so on and so forth. So I think really why I picked up the camera today is because I haven't gotten a lot of these thoughts out in a way to where it can really be transformative and beneficial, because like I'll just sit in my room and I'll say it out loud and like, okay, yeah, I said it out loud, but no one was there to hear it except me. So it ends up just reverberating in your brain. You know what I mean? Like, it's always good to just say your feelings out loud, but if there's nobody there to listen and reciprocate and feel with you, and at the end of the day, yeah, it's just gonna bounce off the wall and right back in, and you're gonna be left wondering, why do I still feel all of this? So, I don't know, I guess to close today, just check in on your people, but also check in on yourself. Ask yourself, how am I doing? How do I feel like I'm doing? How do we feel like we've been doing the past month or 2 months or a few weeks, past couple days? Like, if you're going through a rough time and you're just starting to get up one of those peaks out of that valley, you know what I mean? Like, always take the time to ask yourself, how's it going? Because too often we ask everyone else how's it going so that we can distract from how we're doing, or at least I would say that I do that. Maybe you don't, maybe it's different for you, but I would definitely say I do that, and hopefully somebody watches this video and gets something from it, feels something. Maybe you feel heard or validated from anything I've said. If not, well, thank you for watching anyway, and yeah, like I said, my name is Joseph. You can call me Joestar, Joey, Joe, Joseph, whatever. I think I'm gonna start trying to do this at least a couple times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, but I'm getting ready to hopefully get a new job, so I'll definitely try to fit this in my schedule where I can. And if you watch this all the way to the end of this video, I greatly appreciate you. And just thank you, and I hope that you have a blessed, wonderful day, week, month, year, whenever you're seeing this, my name is Joestar. You can follow me on Instagram at jo.e.star. That's really the only social media that I use. My TikTok handle is the exact same, although I'm not really on there. But I'll put that stuff down in the description, whatever. Yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you for tuning in and listening to what I have to say. Peace.